Well, hello there. My name is sometimes Heather and I play Elder Scrolls Online. Today, we shall continue the Greymoor. First zone story with Lyrian Rose. This means we are traveling to Western Skyrim. I am 10 minutes late today, I'm sorry. Sometimes putting on makeup is really fast. Today it was really slow. And I didn't even do much. So, Western Skyrim. This is a lovely, snowy area, but...
Hey, partner. Let's talk.
I had issues with Skyrim as a game, so I haven't been here that much. Let's start with today's daily endeavors. This month's Golden Pursuit is available for 2 hours and 49 minutes more. I have managed to get 15,000 talbars, but not the customized action. I wasn't all that crazy about it, but getting talbars make me happy. Activities. These days, daily endeavors encourage you to steal 15 items from the environment, craft 4 items with the clothier skill, kill 7 people, use emotes 2 times, and or earn 15,000 alliance points. This week's weekly endeavor encouraged us to harvest 65 resources from the world, which I did immediately. Defeat 7 patrolling horrors in the Imperial City districts, or complete 6 battlecraft matches. I find that these two are a little bit out of balance with this one, but it's something for everyone, I guess. Let's start a conversation now with Lyris Titanborn.
Queen Gerhild needs to hear what we discovered at Kilcreath Temple. Hopefully that will be enough for her to get us an audience with High King Svargrim.
Do we have enough evidence to convince the king and queen of the danger?
The queen seemed reasonable. She'll believe us. As for Svargrim, who can tell? I haven't met the man, but everything I've heard describes him as prideful, arrogant, and hard-headed. Even with the queen's help, there's no guarantee.
So what do we do if High King Svargrim refuses to see us?
I'd like to knock down the palace door, grab him by the throat, and shake him until he listens. That would probably start a war, though, and Yoren specifically asked me to avoid that. For now, let's bring our evidence to Queen Gerhild.
Let's go see the High Queen.
If there's anything else we need to discuss, let's get it out of the way now, before we return to Solitude.
I think we're good. Vampire hungry. Vampire running out of food. So we really do need to speak with Lyris before we can continue.
If there's anything else we need to discuss, let's get it out of the way now, before we return to Solitude.
So why do you think the Ice Witch Coven wants to turn people into heretics?
Hey, you and Fenorian came to that conclusion, not me. Still, it makes as much sense as anything. As to why, I have no idea. This connection to vampires, though, that's troubling. We should keep Fen away until we get into Svargrim's good graces.
Is this a new conversation option? Because I remember this, but not this. I'm a vampire too. Do you want me to stay away?
No, I need you, and you've already been seen working with me. What I don't want to do is risk bringing an unknown factor into the equation, especially not an unknown vampire when vampires are clearly working with the Ice Reach Coven.
Fenorian is going to seek help from a clever woman near Mortal.
A clever woman? Out here? Nords are extremely distrustful of magic, especially Nords from Western Skyrim. I'm surprised the people of Morthal tolerate her presence. If anyone can help Fen figure out the Coven's ritual, though, it would be her.
Should we help them with their research?
A priority remains getting an audience with High King Svargrim. We need to convince him that the Ice Reach Coven is a threat to his kingdom, and get him to help us stop them. Let's return to Solitude and present our findings to the Queen.
To Solitude, everyone. Closest way shrine. Here. I own a home in Solitude. Let's travel there. As usual, we are drinking coffee. Go to the Blue Palace. Lyris didn't follow us into the inn. Must check bearings before dashing. That was a surprisingly long way, actually.
Help! Assassins in the palace! Help!
Assassins in the palace! Oh
Let's
my!
get inside.
Trouble has brewed. So what happens? What happens?
Be strong, Swana.
Be strong. Don't die.
No! No!
Swana, your father, the kingdom. Watch your
Mother!
Oh no.
No!
Oh, it was
You
Queen
can't
Caroline
die.
who died.
Mother!
Sire, the assassins might return. You must get to somewhere safe.
Have Yoren's lackeys come to gloat?
We came here to warn you, Your Highness.
And yet my wife lies dead,
This
You had
didn't
listened
start
to
well.
us.
like she did. If I determine Yoren had a hand in this, there will be war! Someone take care of my wife!
father. Please.
Find Lyris Titanborn.
Gods, what a disaster. The Queen's been assassinated and Svargrim still refuses to listen to reason. We need to find a way to set things right.
How did an assassin get that close to the Queen?
Good question. The guards should have been able to handle a run-of-the-mill assassin. This could be connected to the Ice Reach Coven. In fact, I'd wager my axe that it is.
So what do we do now?
Look around. See if you can find any indication of how the assassin got in and out of the palace so easily. Maybe even turn up something that ties the murderer to the Coven. I'll make sure the princess is all right.
I will see what I can find. Investigate the scene of the assassination. Before starting this story, I was certain I had streamed this before, but now I remember that was on Twitch. So, this has been changed. A quest marker has been added above the shattered pieces of glass we need to examine. Previously, there was no marker, and finding the glue was actually a little bit of a challenge. Examine shattered glass. Speak with Lyris. Perhaps game devs noticed that a lot of people were struggling to advance there and made this scene a bit easier.
Svana's taking this pretty hard. I suppose most daughters feel close to their mothers. Not that I'd know, I never knew my mother. Sorry, don't mind me. Did you find anything that might lead us to the assassin?
I found this medallion nearby beneath a broken window.
We've seen these medallions before. On the Reachman near Kilcreath. and I saw them on the witches in Ice Reach. The assassin definitely seems to be in league with the Coven. But can we get Svargrim to believe that and accept the danger he's in?
Lyris's axe is really making me nervous. The High King seemed pretty angry to me.
Svargrim has every right to be angry. He watched his wife die right before his eyes. But he's the High King. He doesn't have the right to be stupid. Time to make Svargrim confront some hard truths. Come on, the Sword Thane led the king upstairs.
Lead the way. Please put away the axe.
We need to see the High King.
I should think not. The High King is in mourning. He's not to be disturbed.
The Queen's wasn't the only life lost today. Now get out of our way.
Go right in.
That was easy.
Your Highness, please. Your kingdom is in grave danger.
My queen's blood hasn't yet cooled, and already Yoren's lackeys hound me.
We have proof that the Coven threatening your kingdom is responsible for the Queen's death. Show him, partner.
Does Yoren think me so weak that he believes his half-giant can twist my arm and fill my head with lies? I am not so easily duped, outsider.
It's not Yoren you need to be concerned with. It's the Ice Reach Coven.
Reach witches? They pose no threat. We've beaten back those wild dogs time and time again, while our brothers to the east bow down to a poetry-writing milk drinker. I will not be lectured on such matters by the likes of you.
Have you heard about the Harrowstorm that struck Kilgriet? It turned your people into harrow fiends.
Tales told around campfires to scare the children. Storms happen here all the time, and none of them spawn monsters. The last spy who spoke of such things, well, he no longer speaks of such things. I am the Wolf of Solitude. I know my enemies.
Queen Gerhard asked us to bring you proof. That might be why the Coven killed her.
You dishonor my wife's name by letting it pass through your treacherous lips. Away with you! And pray I don't find evidence that ties you to the Queen's murder. That would not go so well for you.
We'll leave you to your grief, Your Highness.
I am not that crazy about hiking Svargrim. Seems to have a little bit of an attitude problem.
Is it true?
Perhaps
Mother told me you were
Svanna
working
is
for her before she...
easier to
I'm
work with.
sorry, Svanna. I would have saved her if I could.
My mother. She told me she gave the mighty Lyris Titanborn an important task. Tell me, what were you doing for my mother?
We were gathering evidence to convince the High King of the threat to your kingdom.
Threat? What threat? And do you think this is why someone came into the palace and killed her?
The Ice Reach Coven has come to Western Skyrim. It looks like they killed the Queen.
And did you tell my father all this? Is he rallying the soldiers? Alerting the other holds?
The High King won't listen to us. He thinks this is some plot of the Skald King.
My father sees Yoren's plots everywhere, even in his spicy venison stew. Well, I won't let my mother's death be for nothing. She trusted you, and so will I. My father be damned. Please, find whoever did this and stop them.
We will do what we can, Your
I
Highness.
saw the assassin. He moved fast. Unbelievably fast. He leaped through the window after stabbing my mother. By that time, the guards had gathered, so I guess he decided to flee. Try to follow his trail. Someone outside must have seen something.
As usual, after the initial conversation, we get a chance
Come
to
on,
explore the
princess.
lore a little
Get
bit
you
further,
somewhere
but
safe.
Don't call me princess. Just Svanna.
I will
There's
leave
nothing
that
noble
to
about
you mainly because Svanna's voice actress is the one voice actress whose voice I cannot stand. Sorry. It is unstable in an unnerving way, and it really bothers me. So, we will try to speak with Svana as little as possible. Find a witness who saw the assassin. We are leaving the castle, yes? I suppose. Ah, here we are. Another corpse. Oh, they haven't even bothered to close her eyes.
My wife, she is like ice. So cold, so pale. All the warmth sucked out of her.
What happened to your wife?
There was a commotion at the palace. Everyone was headed that way. Except one man. No, not a man. He wore an eye patch, but his face was bestial. He dragged her along like a bone between a dog's teeth. Then he tossed her aside, pale as snow.
Where did this man go?
He was fast, so fast. Ran to the Hall of the Dead. He never even looked back at what he had done.
Hall of the Dead. This way. More bodies. Oh my.
Will you pray with me for these poor souls? Cut down and bound for the Hall of the Dead much too soon.
Tell me what happened here.
It was a monster, a vampire. I have seen such creatures before, but this one wore an eye patch. It moved like a shadow and took sustenance from these poor souls. I called upon Arcae's grace, and the vampire fled before his sacred presence.
Which way did the vampire flee?
Toward the main gate. I pray the guard finished off the depraved creature before it took another innocent life.
Well, the quest markers. This way.
You again? Didn't I warn you about putting your nose where it doesn't belong?
A priest said a vampire came this way. Is that what happened here?
A vampire? I don't know what you're talking about. But whoever it was tore out Senolia's throat and fled through the gate before I could stop him. What do you know about all this? And why is it any of your business?
The vampire assassinated Queen Gerald. Princess Svana asked me to track him down.
The Queen's dead? What about the High King? He'll have my head for letting the assassin slip away.
We have two choices here, and since they are red, they will also be direction of the conversation. We can be mean or we can be nice. Let's be nice. No one was able to stop the assassin. You did what you could.
Yeah. It's not like I opened the gate and let him slink off. The real problem's at the palace. No more questions. I've got to secure the gate and take care of poor Senolia.
This is Svargrim's fault. He should have heeded us from the start. Damn Svargrim and his distrust of Yoren. How many more of his people have to die before he accepts the truth and lets us help him? Forget that for now. Tell me about the assassin. Did anyone get a good look at the murderer?
The assassin killed more people as he fled out the city gate. A priest identified him as a vampire.
That would explain the assassin's swiftness and ability to escape so easily. We knew the Ice Reach Coven had vampires on their side, but using them so blatantly. Anything else to report?
Other than the assassin was a vampire who wore an eye patch and escaped.
Well then, time to fight fire with fire. They've got evil vampires and we've got a friendly one. Let's find out exactly what your friend Fen knows about vampire clans in the area. Where did you tell me Fen was going again?
He said he was going to see a clever woman near Mortal.
Right, to research the ritual. Go find them and see what you can learn. I'll stay with Savannah. Bring her up to speed on everything we've uncovered. We're going to need her to get the High King to trust us. And I'm calling him Fen. It's simpler.
I will find Ben and see if he can help us track down Queen Carol's assassin. Talk to Venorian. Where? Near Mothel, I suppose. Mothel is here. So, there. Huh. How do we get there easily? I suppose we will... Very good. Quickly hop to that way shrine and then run from there to here. Seems to be the fastest, the easiest way, unless there's an impossible mountain or whatever. Sometimes they do that. Well, that is a pretty sight, actually. I mentioned earlier my issues with Skyrim as a game. It is a very pretty game, especially now that they have enhanced graphics, but quests and combat somehow just make me go eek. I go there sometimes still to just look around, but I enjoyed Oblivion much better. It was somehow more immersive quest-wise. There were twists and turns to plots, not just, oh, you needed an item, there you go, types of quests. Speak to Ben.
Welcome to the middle of nowhere, my friend.
Thanks.
You must be freezing. Warm yourself by the fire, and tell me how your audience with the High King went.
Not well. The Ice-Witch Coven assassinated Queen Geralt. Now Svarknum distrusts us even more.
A bold move, even for them. Old Njolin and I have been comparing notes, and we've made some progress studying the Harrowstorm ritual. What happened to your large friend with the axe, by the way?
Lyris stayed behind to safeguard Princess Svana. I need your help. The assassin is a vampire.
We knew that vampires were working with the Coven. And old Njolin and I can say with certainty that the feral Harrowfiends are byproducts of Harrowstorms. You think the assassin was one of the vampires in league with the Coven?
I know it was a vampire. He wore an eye patch and dropped this medallion when he fled.
An eye patch? That's uncommon. And this insignia, I've seen it before. It's the same as the symbol that decorates the urns smuggled out of Bankarai. If it belongs to a vampire bloodline, I'm not familiar with it. I suggest you ask Njolin.
He was probably referring to the urns we found in the beginning of the quest. Speak, Njolin.
Local wisdom dictates that only the very brave or the very foolish seek the counsel of vampires and old crones. Which are you, I wonder? Well, out with it. What can old Njolin do for you?
What can you tell me about this medallion?
A grim talisman. It bears an enchantment of some kind, though the symbol upon it holds no significance that I'm aware of. I can help find the owner of this medallion, but I need some specific items to cast such a divination.
What do you need?
Bring me the bones of a wolf and a death bell plant pulled up by its roots. I need the plant alive. The wolf, not so much. With those reagents, I can conjure a divination that will lead you directly to the last person to wear this medallion.
I will gather the reagents and return soon.
Death bell grows throughout the bog. You should have no trouble acquiring it. Wolves are plentiful in the wilderness around Morthal as well, but be cautious. Many seem afflicted by a strange curse. I would hate for you to run afoul of it.
What kind of curse?
An icy rime clings to the wolves, sapping the heat and life from their bodies until only a frigid, shambling corpse remains. You are safe from them here, but be mindful out in the wild.
Okie dokie. Before we go out hunting for wolves and death bells, I need more coffee. I will be right back. Almost here. Did I touch the wrong button? No, I didn't. Okay, moving on. So what first? The plant is closer, so let's start from that. Bears in the way. Are we doomed to kill them? One death bell. A check. And then for the wolves. Not wolf bones. And didn't even need to kill anyone. The skeletal animal looked a lot like Ushna's skinned hound in the eye. Shivering absence. Return to Old Mjolnir. Oh, heavy sack, such. Then grab Ruby Ash.
Welcome back. Warm yourself by the fire.
Thank you.
And tell me about the reagents I requested.
Here are the wolf bones and death bell you asked for.
Good, good. Divinations can be fickle.
This is no.
The longer we delay, the colder the trail grows. Let's see if we can catch the scent of your prey.
All right.
Mother Wolf, hear me. We seek your blessing in our hunt. Lead us to our elusive quarry.
Oh, that was cool.
Mother Wolf smiles upon you. She has seen fit to join your pack and aid you in your hunt.
How will that help me find the vampire assassin?
Mother Wolf has the scent and will lead you to your quarry. I have enchanted the medallion with a divination spell inextricably linked to its owner. Hold it to your nose and breathe deeply. It will guide you along his trail.
It will take me directly to him.
Mother Wolf will guide you along the way, but you must still complete the hunt and find him. If the assassin eludes you, use the medallion to recover his trail. The wolf is relentless in her pursuit. The question is, will you be like the wolf?
I will find the Queen's assassin. Use the enchanted Ice Reach Coven medallion.
And look!
Now,
The magic points to the west.
speaking with an Orion is an optional step. I'm going to skip that.
Allow yourself some rest.
But,
Lions are watching.
no. Oh. We also come across a ritual site. Arrow storms can spawn there. And those things, they do be scary. I have lost a little light, it seems, but not to worry. There is an ape here, also known as quest marker. I wonder why the little pool had disappeared. Traveler's backpack. Fetch. We find a tattered cloak.
The assassin drained her of blood.
And now we need to use the
Must
medallion
have been
again.
desperate to feed while trying to escape.
Mm. Search the cave for the assassin. What cave? Where? That cave. Oh, we're going into a delve. Jillwind Depths. That's one there. Speaking with Fan is still an optional step. I usually like to explore, but... Oh, just... moment. But, I started playing Avowed, and it is so bloated with endless conversations that my brain is tired. Hence the unwillingness to engage in further conversations. We are here.
This is definitely the place in the vision. I'll slip past and scout ahead.
Well, thanks for that then. So we are in Amy's. I think we shall mark that and try to get there easily. Which is, of course, not going to happen. Oh, spider, 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 spider. This way? Perhaps. Oh, in order to get this guy shot. Go here, you will find a hidden path. And sorry. Also a spider. And a collectible you need to return to a museum in Solitude. Sometimes sky sharks are a little bit hidden. Which is actually kind of nice. Except when they are like hidden so that you have to like really use your brain in order to get to them. Enough is enough, say I. Secluded hideaway.
I'll deal with you next time you fight.
Oh dear. Speak with them. Who doesn't have a marker on his head.
Once again, I prove that I'm a scholar, not a warrior. I don't think he expected another vampire, though.
I see you found the vampire assassin.
I found the camp. Thought it was deserted, but the assassin must have been hiding in the shadows. He got the drop on me.
At least he didn't hurt you too badly before he got away.
It had more to do with your arrival than anything I did. Luckily, he left behind his belongings when he departed. I saw a map and some documents over there. Why don't you take a look while I deal with this wound?
I will see what I can find. We find 2 notes here and also a map. Pentarch's orders. Pentarch Corp. The Harrowstorm at Kilcreat met with unexpected resistance. Our enemies have taken notice of our movements and seek to expose our plans. They are meddlesome but few in numbers. Deprive them of their sympathetic ear at court, and we may pluck 2 thorns from our side in one simple stroke. The coven has lost a beloved sister, and they cry for vengeance. Indulge them, my brother. Oh, empty. Then another note. Assassin's letter. Pentarch Corp. The mining consortium is in place and ready for your use. None of these stupid miners have any idea what they have unwittingly signed on for, nor do they truly know the extent of the majestic terrain spread before them. They will do the work and guard their secrets closely, ensuring our own secrets remain undiscovered in the darkness below. We shall continue to replenish the workers periodically, so feel free to dine or send them to your alchemist as you see fit. And when the time comes to perform the ritual, they will be in place to provide the energy we need. Sister Dart. And then examine the map, which is here, crude map. Looks like an entrance to a mine.
I didn't get a good look at that before. Mind bringing it over? Let me take a look at what you found.
Of course, there are 2 letters and a map. And space is glowing funnily.
The letters are both addressed to the vampire assassin. Hentok Korb. That's an unusual title. This one gives the order to assassinate the queen. There the language is guarded. The other talks about miners and a final ritual. Very ominous.
What do you make of the map?
It looks like a map to a mine in Carthald. It could be the one mentioned in the letter. If that's the target of another Harrowstorm ritual, we need to stop it. Head south to the mine. I'll get word to Lyris and have her meet you there.
Lyris is in Solitude. I thought you tried to avoid large cities.
My particular habits aside, one of us needs to find the assassin, and the other needs to alert Lyris Titanborn. I can handle the latter. Besides, I have no intention entering Solitude. A courier should have no trouble picking Lyris out of a crowd.
Alright. We need to follow the map to the mine, which is actually conveniently close. So I suppose we exit through the same door we came in from. And then run toward the exit. I'm probably maybe going to go the wrong way. Yes, thoughts. No, let's not go. This isn't going very well. I think I have mentioned mine. Issues with navigation. Here? Yes, here. Now can we sprint to the door? Oh, we did it! Yay! I find spiders really scary, and
they aren't safe, traveler.
Spiders in Elder Scrolls games behave very much like spiders in real life. Hence they are very lifelike and therefore very, very scary. Let's see if we can make our way to the mine in a orderly fashion. Well, that was easy.
As evil lairs go, I'm not impressed.
I'll take that as a good sign.
My friends are also here. And I see a eavesdrop. Inventory full.
Yes?
Why so much garbage? I'm stuck. Come in. Useful.
Care to bargain?
Speak with Lyris.
We think this old mine is where our assassin fled to. Good a place as any to bury him.
Did Van inform you of our findings?
The clever woman helped you track the Queen's assassin to his hideout in Chillwind Depths. He got away, but left behind evidence that the Coven's planning another Harrow storm in this mine, and we're going to wreck those plans. I miss anything?
Since the assassin escaped, they're probably expecting us.
Good. Less chance of them scurrying away if they think they have the advantage. I'm tired of chasing these rats through the shadows. Are you ready to end this?
Let's go.
These tunnels better be dug on a large size.
Into the tunnels, then. Silver Snow Mine. Okay. So we are back at Greymoor Caverns. A strange, beautiful place below. Lands of iron and rich. Where do we go here? Let's see.
Scaffolding. Let's follow it down.
Careful. The structure doesn't appear to be completely stable.
Relax. It'll take more than a rickety structure to take down Lyris Titanborn.
Actually, I was more concerned for my own well-being. But if you insist.
Please. So we have made
I think there's a cavern up ahead.
Cavern up ahead.
Like beneath Eastmarch. Does it extend below all of Skyrim?
Yes, it does.
So the legends are true. But why is there a town down here?
So we need to speak with both of our companions now. Let's start with Lyris.
Blackreach. Again. It must be vast to extend this far from Eastmarch. I can't believe people are living down here.
No sign of the vampire assassin yet.
No, but all the evidence you found suggests he's down here somewhere. Let's go see what the miners can tell us. But be ready for anything. This place has ambush written all over it.
So how do you want to handle this?
Let's split up. Take a look around. Ask some questions. If the assassin passed through that ramshackle town, maybe someone saw him. Call out if you run into trouble, but don't make a move until we're all back together.
You really think we should split up?
We can cover more ground that way. And
But
lone
there's 18
travelers are
minutes.
less conspicuous than a large group. Plus, if one of us gets into trouble, the others can come to the rescue. Just stay close to the town. We don't want to become totally separated down here.
All right. Speak with Van.
My research into Skyrim included the legends of Blackreach, of course. But I never expected to see it. It's massive. That letter you found in the assassin's hideout. It mentioned a mining consortium in the darkness below. Could this be the place?
The letter indicates that the Coven was using the miners for various purposes.
Right. If the assassin is part of a vampire clan working with the Coven, I couldn't imagine a better hiding place than this land of constant night. My guess is that most of the miners have no idea what they've gotten themselves into.
Should we investigate the mining town?
You and Lyris should. It's our best lead for finding the assassin. But if the miners have even an inkling of vampire activity down here, my presence might confuse the issue. I'm sure I can find something to do while you investigate the town.
Do you have something specific in mind?
I'll keep out of sight and check the surrounding area while you and Lyris investigate the town.
All right.
Meet me on the far side of town when you're finished, and we'll compare notes.
So now we get to investigate. This is a strange, peculiar place.
Traps. Did those two idiots set these things throughout all of Blackreach? Watch your back.
I wish we could find more content in the caverns, actually. This is unlike anything we see in the game, really. We are going the wrong way, yes. Let's go here instead. Side west.
You've done it! What an exciting case! I simply must write down this new development. Focus on the task at hand.
Here we find a person we need to speak with.
Go bother someone else, Hawker. If I don't finish this by the end of my shift, the Overseer will have my hide.
I'm looking for someone who wears a patch over his left eye.
What do I look like? The town crier? If the Overseer wanted us to be observant, he wouldn't have blindfolded us when he brought us here.
You were blindfolded?
You weren't? Up to this point, the Overseer and his wife have been extra careful about keeping the exact location of this mine and the mining town a secret. What makes you special, I wonder?
I'm just looking for a man with an eye patch.
Well, I haven't seen anyone like that. Now pick up a shovel and help me or hork off. I can't afford to lose this job.
I wish we could pick up a shovel and help them. And then to the next quest marker.
You must be new to Dusktown. You've still got that look. Well, get settled in. You won't be allowed topside again until you complete your contract. So you might as well get comfortable.
You're a prisoner, dummy?
A prisoner? No. Why would you think that? But we did sign a contract. Promised to stay until the work was done and never breathe a word. Otherwise, being a bonded miner with the Bitterblade Mining Consortium is a lucrative opportunity.
Have you seen a man with an eye patch come through town?
Can't say that I have. And I haven't seen any ghosts or monsters either, come to think of it. Even though the rest of the town can't stop talking about them. Anyway, welcome aboard and good mining.
Ghosts and monsters?
Oh, don't let the rumors scare you. Miners are a superstitious lot. And being this far underground can play havoc with your senses. If you need to know anything else about Dusktown or working for the Bitterblade Mining Consortium, just ask.
All right. Speak with Lyris.
What a waste of time. These people have no clue as to what's going on down here. I wonder if being stupid was part of their service contract. Did you turn up anything?
No one I spoke to has seen a man with an eye patch.
Just because no one saw him doesn't mean he wasn't here. Let's talk to Fen before we start turning this place inside out. Maybe he's had better luck.
Fen said he'd meet us outside the far side of town.
Right. Skulking in the shadows. Lead the way. I'm right behind you.
I am happy to see that Lyris has put her axe down. So how do we get to Fen? Maybe up here? Or down there. Oh, there's a pole. There you are.
You're just in time. I spotted the vampire with the eye patch. He met with the Coven Witch, who immediately ordered her lackeys to place witch pikes around the area.
How can they summon a storm underground?
With arcane phenomena, anything's possible. If we hurry, we can stop this Harrowstone before it causes any damage. You and Lyris should split up. We need to destroy all of the witch pikes.
What will you be doing while we deal with the witch pikes?
I'll track the Queen's assassin and the Coven Witch. You focus on stopping the Harrowstorm. I'll find you after that, and we'll confront the vampire and the witch together.
We will take care of the witch pikes.
Move. You take the east side, I'll take the west. Then meet in the middle.
Destroy the witch pike to the east and also to the northeast. We find a very entertaining public dungeon here. Just over there. Maybe we should go there at some point. One witch pike destroyed. And then to the other one. This place is a bit of a nightmare to navigate. Let's try here first. Oh, we can get through from here. Oh, just destroy witch pike. And then speak with Ben, who is waiting for us. Here, ish.
You stopped the Harrowstone before it could even get started. Now to deal with the vampire and the witch. Well done, my friend. Before the witch could even begin her ritual, I saw the magicka disappear like the flame of a snuffed candle. The witch and the vampire assassin fled to Coggentham's, a dwarven ruin. We can deal with them in there.
We should find Lyris first.
Time is of the essence. You get to the ruin, I'll find Lyris and we'll meet you there. It's southeast of Dusktown. If you get there before us, go inside and guard the entrance until we arrive.
Alright, I will meet you in the dwarven ruin. I am rather happy they didn't force me to pronounce it. So, do we get there from here? Yeah. Why is it always spiders? Coonstalker village discovered. I've missed 2 runestones. Because I didn't want to lose my mist bomb there. So we have managed to get to the dwarven ruin. That sounds like easy. They all do. Find the Queen's assassin. We don't have a parallel
I sense
need,
the presence of other vampires.
but we do need resistance.
Arrow fiends. The result of the ritual is not. So they must have gone someplace else.
This way? Apples? No, tomato. And then we meet a large-ish enemy, Penta. Oh.
You ever give up the chase? I kept you busy long enough.
Oh dear. Some bandits. And turned into a vampire lord. We can do that too.
For Queen Girl.
Now we need to find Sister Thada.
So that wasn't as difficult a battle as one could have assumed. But we do need to continue a bit further in order to find Sister Thada.
You listen in. I'll unlock the door.
A large enemy.
And be reborn.
Over. It's over.
The Ashen Lord commands it, and so we live once more, Orfra.
Alive again? How?
You have the Ice Reach Coven to thank for that, werewolf.
Using my recipes, witch.
I meant no disrespect to Exarch Singalis.
We're being watched, brother.
Next time, Thada, the Ashen Lord, will expect more than the restoration of a single reliquary. Now deal with the intruders, or I'll toss you to the Harrow Fiends.
Come out, little skeevers. Come out and play with Sister Thada.
Kill
How
Sister
many of your sisters am
Thada.
I gonna have to kill before you give up?
Can do. There are surprisingly many boss battles in the early stages of the first quest of Greymoor. So how did this battle go?
The you who killed my dear sisters. Our vengeance will plague you beyond the grave.
We need to kill all players. And avoid a hurricane type of a thing. More bonfires, it seems. And also witches. Not these aren't bonfires, not just ordinary skeletons. Right. going to get rid of Ascolius first before we can return to killing Sister Varda.
One more witch for the pyre. Let's go after the other two.
We did it, yay! Oh, wait, I forgot to put. Embarrassing. Ooh. The lead seat of the Snow Prince is now available to scry. Seat of the Snow Prince is the spammer antiquity in Western Skyrim. It's the lead drops when you do well in this area. Find friends.
Damn, I lost them.
You saw it too, right? That werewolf shed that statue like a snake sheds its skin. Was she inside that stone husk the whole time, waiting to be awakened? Or did the ritual somehow summon her into that vessel? There's a lot I still don't understand.
What do you think Sister Varda was doing in there?
A ritual, obviously. Remember the altar at Kilcreath? We found the urn, the reliquary, and shards from a large stone vessel. I think they were the remains of one of those stone husks. I'm not sure how, but it all ties back to the Harrowstorms.
How do the stone husks tie to the Harrowstones?
I thought the purpose of the Harrowstorms were to create Harrow Fiends, but now I think that's only a byproduct. The storm somehow gathered energy that the witch used to summon Ulfra, the werewolf. Ulfra seems to think she was brought back to life.
Brought back to life? Is that even possible?
I've come to the conclusion that anything is possible where magic is concerned. I'm going to look around with Lyris, then return to Old Mjolnir to finish studying the witchpike residue. Maybe that will help me understand how the ritual works.
We don't seem to be in combat. Speak with Lyris.
Damn it! The vampire and the werewolf are long gone. They called themselves Singalis and Ulfra, and they had an unusual rank or title, Exarch. I wonder what that means.
They also mentioned an Ashen Lord.
Yeah, I heard. No idea who or what that is, though. Maybe Fen can make sense of what we saw down here. In the meantime, I'm gonna head back inside. I want to get a better look at those stone husks that were left behind.
What do you want me to do?
While Fen and I examine that ritual site more closely, you should return to Solitude and inform Svanna that her mother's assassin has been taken care of. She'd want to know. More than that, she deserves to know.
I will go tell Svanna the news.
I left Svanna back at the Lonely Troll under the care of that drunken orc Mog. Unless he ignored my rather stern warnings, he should be keeping the princess there. I'll meet you back in the city once we finish here.
Okay, so now we get to travel back to Solitude. Let's travel outside of our in-room to make things a bit more convenient. You may not recall during combat. Try again. Here we go. And Svanna is conveniently waiting for us downstairs. Hello?
Finally! Waiting in a tavern without a drink is maddening. How do other people do it? And Mog hasn't been helpful. His solution to every problem involves a great amount of alcohol. What news of the bastard who murdered my mother? Did you find him?
We tracked down and killed the Queen's assassin.
I would have preferred to see him dragged back here for a proper trial and execution. But at least justice has been served. Were you able to determine who was behind the murder? Was it connected to the threat you came to warn my father about?
Yes, the assassin was a vampire who was working with the Ice Witch Coven.
Damn those Breach Witches! And damn my father for being so obstinate! But what does the Coven want? Are they planning to kill my father? What else can you tell me about this threat to our kingdom?
The Coven can summon devastating storms that wipe people's minds and turn them into monsters.
That's horrible. But there must be more to this than simply turning my people into monsters. Well, I'll do what I can to help you. Mother would have wanted me to. What you've done and discovered will be enough to convince my father. It has to be. You and Lyris risked your...
And thus we have
something to talk to
completed
you
the
about.
second stage of the Western Skyrim Zone story, and now I do believe the time has come to say goodbye. For now, I will return next Thursday at 2 p.m. to continue from here. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all later. Ta.